Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a family game night video of an AD&D story, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons story, called There's Always Something in the Well. And for those of you who have played tabletop role-playing games before, you know what I'm talking about. I promise you, you know what I'm talking about. I've been playing these games for over 40 years, especially Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. And I've played many different games with many different dungeon masters over the years, and anytime the dungeon master mentions that there's a well, when he describes an area, there's always something in the well. It may not be good, it may not be helpful, but there's always something in that well. And there's always at least one player who has to get down there and find out what it is. There could be a brick hiding a treasure chest. Could be somebody was running from the guards and dropped a handful of gems that they stole down the well, so they wouldn't get caught with them. So, there's a secret passage in the well, in the wall of the well, that leads to someplace else. There's an underground fortress tunnel complex. Some of these underground complexes have wells, and the well leads to an underground river, and that river connects that particular fortress, underground complex, to a whole other series of tunnels, kind of like a highway, an underground highway. Something. It's always something. And sometimes it's not good. Diseased animals get thrown into wells to poison it, or somebody could just dump poison in the well. Could just be bad water, brackish or whatever. Sometimes there's monsters hiding down in the water. Sometimes there's traps down there. God knows why you'd put a trap down in a well, but I've seen it happen. At any rate, many dungeon masters are compelled to put stuff down in wells, and I don't know why, but they are. I was playing years ago in a game with a friend of mine. I want to say Gerald was running the game, but my friend Dave and I we were searching this little village, and Dave came across the well, and he says, "I'm going to go down in the well." And I said, "Man, don't bother that. It's a water well. What's got to be down there?" And he says, "No, there's always stuff down in the well." I'm like, "Yeah, and it's usually bad." No, there's something down there. I know there's something down there. I said, "Okay." So I got the rope off the thing, and off the crank, and I tied it over here to a tree, and I tied my rope onto it and put it down the well so he could climb down and find out what it was. And I heard a loud chomping noise, and my rope went slack. And you know what? I never found out what was in that well because I didn't go down. I wasn't going to go down there. You know why? Because it had no interest for me whatsoever. I know what's down in wells. I don't want to see them. If there is a treasure, it's usually not worth it. And the one or two or three times it is worth it, there's a price, and it's usually several members of the party. It's just not worth it. Okay. Sometimes you have to go down to the well to find the secret passage to go to wherever. But unless you're forced to, avoid the well. Avoid the well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.